I have a lot of ideas, but I'll keep it short so we can hear from everyone. But I actually think the first place to look is within your organization. I think you never know, who you have within there, but who else they know. They know the roles the best and what they're looking for. So I would start there, and then really try to think of creative ways besides that traditional, like LinkedIn post, if you will, working with niche firms that can help connect you. I mean, obviously that's the world I'm in, but I do think it saves a lot of time and money. So
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is such a loaded question, because there's so much to talk about here. But when it comes to companies struggling to attract top talent, I think the first thing is to make sure you have a good understanding of what top talent is and what are the requirements that you consider necessary to hire top talent. And then the second thing would be to understand if you have the right compensation model that's competitive enough to hire top talent. And if those are in check and you have the right data and you know exactly what you're looking for and you know you're competitive from a financial standpoint, then the question is, do you have the resources to find the people? So are you bringing top talent to the table? If you know you're competitive and you have the right requirement, are you bringing individuals to the table? And if you find that you're not bringing the right people to the table, then the question is, what is your recruitment strategy? Is it an advertisement-based strategy based and focused on inbound candidates, or is it an outbound strategy? Do you have recruiters in place that are helping you find the talent that you need to be successful? If you're not driving the traffic and you don't have the talent needed to be successful, then your strategy should be around some type of outbound process to find the talent you need to be successful. And you might find that it's with your direct competitors. So the question is, can you get a direct competitor? Can you bring them into the process? And if they enter the interview process, why is it that they're falling out so you can't hire them? Is it compensation? Is it something wrong with the positioning of the company? What is your messaging? So there's a lot of, is the process too long? There are just so many things you need to dissect first, one by one, to identify where the weak spots are. And then you can truly focus on finding the right talent for your organization.
Yeah, great answer so far from Reem and Dan, and absolutely echo what they say. I mean, I really like the point Dan makes around the expectations and finding the right person for the role. Too many organizations I see, they use experience as a metric in its own accord. 10 years experience, 15 years experience. Frankly, we all know it doesn't tell us that. We've all seen exceptional people who have very limited experience in a role, and they just get it and they just hit the ground running with that. We've all seen the opposite, 10 years, 15 years experience, and people are not so capable and competent. So, really trying to understand actually what is an effective measure of performance within your organization is important. What are the skills, what are the abilities you expect someone to be able to bring? What kind of person are you looking for that role, I think is really important. And then the other side, I'd also say the application processes as well. I mean, sadly, I've seen application processes that are broken. Their recruiting website does not work, and they're probably sitting there wondering why no one's applying. They make people edit PDFs. That's very, very difficult, even as someone is, kind of technically competent, right? So work out not only what you want, but also, how do you make that process as painless and straightforward and as easy as possible for that person? Because that will invite you to have the widest variety of people apply for that